So the Progressive Business Forum is hosting a welcome gala dinner for dignitaries attending the Brics Summit. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo and South Africa's Deputy President Mashatile are expected to deliver keynote addresses. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is at the event. He joins me now from Gallagher Estate in Midrand. Aviwe, so I would imagine this is a very strongly business-focused event. It's a welcome dinner. Talk to me about the sorts of conversations that are likely to develop at an event like this.
It is indeed business-focused here at the Gallagher Estate in Midrand, Sally, as a lot of those dignitaries are just outside as we're expecting to be underway at around 7 o'clock. An important summit, of course, the 15th Brics Summit, the first in-person since the advent of COVID-19, where these 5 BRIC countries are looking to grow their economic ties. We do know, of course, now there are also those that are knocking at the doors. We do understand around 23 more countries that are looking to join BRICS. So the expansion of BRICS itself will be one of the focal points here. We do understand more than 30 heads of states are already going to be present over the next number of days during this summit. We do know, for example, just the weight that the BRICS bloc currently holds in its current form. We do know 42% of its population, in fact, makes the world population itself. And when it comes to the land area as well, around 23%. We do know that the economic ties contribute at least 31% to the world economy itself. So it is quite a significant bloc itself that is looking to grow. Let's now catch up with the CEO of the Progressive Business Forum just to find out maybe the importance. Mama, thank you for joining us at eNCA, the importance of the summit and what business, especially South African business, is looking to get out of this BRICS Summit.
Let me first say that the Progressive Business Forum represents small businesses, medium businesses, and large businesses. Many of the small businesses, especially the black businesses, they have seen the deals being signed, but they have not translated on the benefits, have not been impactful on the ground. So Progressive Business Forum really focuses on making sure that there's equality, there's gain for everyone, not just those who don't even need to be empowered. So we have businesses already. We've started to negotiate as we're very busy during this period introducing our businesses to some of the delegates, the businesses that have come here from China, from Russia. We've already had started on Friday before the summit starts with a business breakfast. And it was a small one where we get the businesses to directly talk to the buyers from other countries so that we can start explaining what the exporters, the importers want from South Africa. And it was a very good business meeting. We've had at least 2 companies already talking serious business.
Okay. And when it comes to, you mentioned an important one, the exports and the trade itself, one would say that it's quite skewed in favor of the other 4 BRICS countries as compared to South Africa, where we import a lot of their products instead of exporting a lot of South African products to the other 4 BRIC nations. How do we change that dynamic?
There are a number of opportunities that we're looking at. The first one is in agro-processing. The Chinese companies in particular have already indicated interest in importing a number of products from South Africa. The one is beef, lucerne, nuts, avocados, wine. So we're exploring in that area, and we have direct conversations with some of the businesses that are interested in that specific area of business. Of course, we have to import some of the things, but there's an opportunity for South African companies to grow their own businesses and export to other BRICS countries. So I think it's a quid pro quo. As you export, you also see another product or the technology that you can use in South Africa to grow your business, to grow your products, and be able to export them to other countries. bearing in mind that we're also looking at Africa. So, an example, Africa has a lot of coffee beans. We can set up a factory here to process, make coffee, and export to the rest of the world, including the countries that we are importing from.
And the expansion, I know a lot of the talk will be circulated around the expansion of BRICS itself. How do we make it work for South Africa?
I think for us, the expansion brings a lot of opportunities. And I'm looking at the Middle East, for example, who are not necessarily members. They're already indicating a lot of interest in the South African products. Europe actually imports our stuff, but not directly from South Africa. So as BRICS countries, if we come together, we can actually increase the productivity through the technology, through the skills that they will impart to our businesses here, because we do have products, they go out of the country raw, because we don't have the tools, we don't have the technology, we don't have the skills to actually process those products.
And yesterday we heard the president speak a lot around the neutrality of South Africa and its foreign policy and remaining neutral, especially when it comes to being swayed by these power blocks and these other countries. And we saw the impact, of course, when the U.S. ambassador mentioned that South Africa was supplying weapons. We saw the economic impact and that direct impact. How do we shield business from such and ensure that we remain as neutral as the president said?
Okay, if I have to move a little bit out of BRICS, last month, from the 18th, the Premier of KZN and our TG, the Treasurer General, we were actually in the US at the Push Foundation, and the delegation is coming this month end. One of the things we're looking at is working with the civil societies from the AGOA to help us again to make sure our businesses can take advantage, because even if it's extended, if our businesses, especially the township economy, if they don't have the skills, if they don't have investments, all these things don't mean much to them. So out of politics, we as business people on the ground, we're working.
All right, business people working on the ground. Thank you very much. CEO of the Progressive Business Forum. Those are the hosts, of course, of this particular gala tonight. Welcome, of course, to the BRICS, which we're expecting to be underway at around 7 o'clock, opened officially by the Treasurer General of the African National Congress, Dr. Gwen Ramokgopa, and with two keynote addresses there, one by the former president of Nigeria, as well as the Deputy President of South Africa.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Aviwe Mtila, our senior reporter from Gallagher Estate.